Hey Google, set a timer for 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes. Starting now.
Hi. This is my weigh-in video for Saturday the 21st of March. And I'm actually filming it on Thursday the 26th because we've been busy. Right, this is the first week where, I'll tell you what I'm doing here. I'm unravelling a blanket and so I can crochet it again. Aren't I sad? The thing is, with the social isolation and only doing necessary food shopping, it doesn't seem right to go to Asda to buy wool, and we're not planning to go food shopping until probably Monday or Tuesday because we're up to date with that. And if I'm perfectly honest, the stitch of this blanket is quite loose and I wasn't 100% happy with it, and I think the older I get, the more of a perfectionist I am, so I've decided to unravel it, the whole like 1.6 kilograms, and to do it again with a different stitch. I've done 2 blankets here, a black and a blue, while I've not been putting my videos up every Saturday, and they're a different stitch and I'm much happier with them. And you prefer them, don't you, Joe?
Yeah, I like the
tighter stitch.
Yeah.
And they are nicer. So, and I was thinking if I was going to use one of these blankets myself, I wouldn't go for this loose stitch, I would go for that stitch. And if I'm going to give them to the homeless, I should give them something I'd be happy to use myself. The thing is, at the moment also, the homeless centre is not accepting people calling on their doorstep. So I haven't got an opportunity to drop them off, so I might as well work on them and make them better. So okay, this is the weigh-in result for the 21st of March, and this is the first week when we haven't had a group meeting to go to. How do I feel about that? Sorry that we haven't got a group to go to, because as I've said before, I haven't missed a group in 154 weeks, and I'm going to count this as a continuous chain, because what we're doing, Joe's got scales, and I'm getting weighed at the same time every Saturday in exactly the same way I would do at group, wearing exactly the same clothes I'd wear at group. I'm writing it in my book in green, because I think green's a positive colour. If I wrote it in red, I'd alarm myself. So writing it in my book in green. Now Joe's scales probably way different to the group scales. I haven't got a clue, never been on them before. So also they weigh in quarter pounds, whereas the group scales only weigh in half pounds. So when I got weighed on Saturday, I was 9 stone 6 1/4, whereas the week before I was on the group scales, I was 9 stone 5 1/2. So we'll take that as a 3/4 pound gain, but swapping from one set of scales to another, can't be sure that's 100% accurate. But going on down the line from here, it's going to show as a proper weigh-in. And then when I go back to group, and I think it'll probably be 3 months before group resumes, so we may be looking at June. But when I go back, I've got a continuous record of my weight, and I'm trying really hard, and I'm not in any better position than anybody else on this plan, but I'm trying really hard not to think to myself, well, hey, this is a fantastic opportunity to just piss around with my food, because the only person who's going to pay for that is going to be me, and I don't want to come on here and make excuses. Excuses is the last thing I want anybody to hear on my channel, and it's the last thing I want myself to hear, because the videos I'm recording at the moment, what I call the Take series, I'm still deciding whether or not I will put them live. At the moment they're all private. There may be a time when I choose to share them, and this is a record of where I was when I wasn't on YouTube because I wasn't in Target. And if I let that slide, because I've had quite a lot of people contact me this week and say, will you come back? By quite a lot, I mean over 15. And I'm not coming back. I won't be back until I'm back in Target, because I'm not being true to myself otherwise. And I love the people who follow my channel. I've got some really good friends on there, but I'm not doing this for anybody but myself. And do you know what? I don't care if that sounds selfish. I really don't care if that sounds selfish. I can't be responsible for your weight loss or gain. You can't be responsible for mine, if you are at some point watching this. I can only do what I can do for me, and I've got to keep myself motivated to do it for me, because I was sliding into a place where I was thinking I'm doing this for my channel, and by God I was going the wrong way. I put too much pressure on myself, I always fail. And so now I feel quite relaxed about this whole corona thing, because we're all in the same boat. And do you know what? In a strange way, we've just come out of Europe, haven't we, as a country? We're all pulling together. And I think that if this had to happen, there wasn't a better time for it to happen. I wish it hadn't happened. But we're proving that, you know, some of us wanted to stay in Europe, some people wanted to come out. You obviously can tell from that which way I was going. But now we're out, and we are going to be responsible for ourselves as a nation. We're an island, we're a country. There's never been a better time for something like this to happen, because we're proving that we can all pull together. I know tonight at 8 o'clock they're saying open your doors, flash your lights, clap your hands for the NHS. But Jiminy Cricket, aren't we lucky that we've got a National Health Service? And really, I mean, I think we've all had opportunities to moan about them in the past when something we've needed hasn't gone 100% right. But I have never been so grateful for that group of professional people. I know they're there for us. You know, our doctor's surgery, everything, the people who are still working because they, you know, the business Joe works for is still open. If you've got to work, you've got to work, but it's a scary thing to have to do. And I just think I'm grateful that I am in a better place in my life than I was 5-10 years ago, because I would have been one of the first ones to moan about, I want more, get out there, buy me everything that's available in the shops, I'm going to hoard, I deserve to have it first. I don't feel like that now. We've got what we need in our cupboards, in our fridge, in our freezer. We have not got excess. We did not buy loads of toilet rolls. We did not do any of those things because we live a different life today. And a lot of that for me has been down to losing weight and learning more about myself and being open to change and being teachable. And, you know, I never thought something like this would come out of Slimming World and the lovely friends I've made. Yes, we've got Zoom. Yes, we can have virtual meetings to pay £2.50, do whatever. That isn't for me. I'm not a social media type person. I wish the whole thing well. I wish that consultants could make some money from it and get their livelihoods back. But it won't affect me because I don't need a meeting on a screen, a virtual meeting. I'm lucky. I've got a lot of friends. I'm keeping in touch with a lot of people. So that's it for this week. Stop. 3/4 pound on and weighing in at 6 stone. I wish, no I don't. 9 stone 6 1/4, and I'll be back on Saturday with my next weigh-in. Cheers.